All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. We're here at Central Valley High School, and so I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Just want to remind everybody really quick, we do have a blog, seriestechtips.com. You're welcome to visit it anytime because, and becoming a member is really the best way to be involved because that allows you to get some notifications whenever we have a new post. We try to post at least once a week, sometimes a little more often. We did do a 12 days of Techmas right before Christmas. We even had a couple of giveaways when we have some prizes. And by the way, we will have a prize giveaway today at the end of today's webinar as well. So everybody who's here and everybody who's joined us online will get a chance to maybe win a prize. So that's the address for our blog. Also, just a quick reminder, a lot of the topics that we learn about in tech here in the district, you can earn a SCOE badge from the county office, and they also have prize drawings. And so we put links here to several of the most common badges that teachers earn in our district. Many of our teachers, of course, are using Google Classroom, Google Docs, things like that. So I just want to make everybody aware. We do encourage you, especially if it's something that you're already doing. In some cases, all you have to do is click on the link and fill out a form and demonstrate that you've done a project and you'll get the badge. You can also get entered into their prize drawing. Some of the prizes are pretty awesome. We had a teacher last year who won a 3D printer for her classroom. That was an elementary teacher in the district. Sometimes they also give away show tickets to the Gallows Center and other kinds of prizes. So you can go check that out. So today we're going to talk to everybody about WeVideo. WeVideo is one of my favorite programs. We love it because it allows students to make, create, and edit their own videos. And WeVideo is a program that we've had a license for it in the district for the past year. So it's free for everybody in Series to use, everybody in our district, everybody, as long as they're logged in with a seriesusd.net email address, it'll be free. So that includes teachers, it includes students, and anybody else who's on our network. Students can even use it at home if they have Wi-Fi access.
Sorry, I just want to chime in. Students love it. I just did a couple demos this week, and the kids are totally engaged with anything that they're creating in the tool. So you got to check it out.
Great, thanks a lot. So I've just logged into WeVideo, and actually it logged me in automatically. So the first time you go to the program, that's probably not what's going to happen for you. So let me log out so it'll look a little more genuine. So you'll see this is the WeVideo landing. This is the first page that you see when you go to the web address. Of course, it's just www.wevideo.com. We highly recommend that everybody sign up with a Google account, both teachers and students. So click on the red G button, and it may prompt you to verify your Google account. I think mine is going to automatically sign me in. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to type on my work account. Make sure you use your work account. If you use another Gmail account or another Google account from outside our district, you will have a free version, but it doesn't have all the premium features. So you have to use your seriesusd.net account. First place you probably want to go when you are working in WeVideo is you want to head over to groups if you're a teacher. And groups, you can set up separate groups for each class period or each group of students. You can also set up one gigantic group for all of your students. It's kind of up to you. You don't even have to set up groups, but what groups allow you to do is view what students are doing when they're working on their projects. You can access projects that you've shared with them and watch their videos as they are editing them in real time. So that can be a real help if you're a teacher and you just want to monitor progress and you want to offer your students feedback. So to create a group, you go down here in the bottom where there's a blue Create Group button. And if I'm going to type in a title, maybe I'll call this my Period 1 students. And you can give it any name you want. You'll get a list of all the people in the district who are current active users. You don't have to highlight any of them. What I would you could search for all of them if you wanted to. You could theoretically search for all your students, but it would be far, far easier to simply create the group with no members to begin with, and then double click, and then see this group code down here in the lower left. That is the group code that you want to share with your students. And I wish they would make this a little more prominent, a little more colorful, but that's where it is. And you can project this code on your screen in your classroom, or you can share it with your students on Google Classroom. That's what they'll need to jump in, and then they can share their projects with you, okay? So once you have your groups set up, the next thing you might want to do is head on over to Video Projects and create a project. And as you can see, I have a lot of video projects already in my account. I use WeVideo quite a bit for a lot of my videos. And so I'm going to try to create a brand new project. There we go. And so we'll just call this Tech Tuesday. You can add a description if you want. You don't have to. You do have a choice of 3 different types of projects. A personal project is something that only you will edit and only you will finalize. That's most often what I use because I don't teach in the classroom anymore. I'm just making a video project for myself. But a collaborative project would be the selection if you have partners that you want to share editing responsibility with. So for example, if Emily and I were going to work together on a video and we wanted to be able to edit it, you know, at different times and work on the same project, we would choose that one. Shared is when you create a project for maybe your class, you give a set of resources to your students that they can each use, but they have to make their own individual copies of the videos.
So I have a good example for the shared project. I was working with a teacher whose students in class, they're all going to outdoor education next week, and she wants them to create a video when they get back from outdoor education from all of the pictures and videos that the teacher took from her camera. So she is going to use that shared option and put all of the pictures and videos into a folder, and then allow students to pull from that folder using that shared option. So that's just an example of that shared button.
Cool. All right, so I'm just going to choose a personal project just to keep things simple, and then I'll click next. And then there are some media that you can add. This is media that I've already used for previous video projects that I've worked on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start a video from scratch, and I'll just click on the next button. And now my project has been created. My next step is to create a video. I have some choices. I can use horizontal format. This is a typical 16:9 format. You can also use a square video, and this had to be explained to me because I'm old, but apparently a square video is great for what social media platform? Instagram. Yeah, the students are real interested in making videos that look good on Instagram, so that might be the one they choose for that. You can also choose a starting point. There are some templates that are ready-made in WeVideo. This is, you know, they'll put in some titles and some animations, and you just plug in your own elements. They have one for morning announcements. In fact, a lot of our campuses in the district are using WeVideo now to create simple video announcements for the morning. But I'm just going to start with no template, just a blank screen. And so it just takes a few seconds to set up my editing window. And the first place it takes me is this tab that has a star. This is what they call the WeVideo Essentials Library. This has over 50,000 elements that you are free to use in your videos that students can also use in their videos. Some of them are quick video clips and animations. You see I've clicked on this one, and a preview automatically starts on this right window. So you can preview. You can also search. What do we want to make a video about?
Animals in the ocean.
Animals in the ocean. Okay, so I'm going to type animals ocean, and then I'm going to click enter. And let's just see what kind of resources are available. There we go. Now we have some video clips. And so let's see, how about the seagulls maybe? You're probably thinking of something a little more aquatic than a seagull, but that counts as an animal, right? Okay. Or this one looks interesting. We have a big king crab. If you see a video you like, you click it here, and drag it down here into one of your video tracks. I'm going to drag it into video 1. You can have more than one video track, and that's useful for if you're going to have complicated transitions, or there is something really complicated you can do. This is kind of advanced. You can have something called color keying. You can video yourself in front of a green screen backdrop and then have a background behind you that is a picture and an animation, and that's a little more advanced. So we're gonna show you how to do that in our next video. So stay tuned for that. Perhaps next month, we will show you how to do that. Okay, so notice I said all for animals, ocean. Let's see, do they have any audio? Let's see, oh yeah, there's some audio files. Let's see what this one sounds like, dolphin. But you can drag these audio files into audio. And there's also music clips that you can search for.
How about like a Jaws, like for the crab?
Okay, that's a good idea.
Scary.
Okay, so how about drama, scary music? I'll type that. And notice I've just filtered this down to audio, so it's not going to show me any video clips or clip art. Let's see which one. Okay, so we'll get rid of the dolphin noise. Let's try.
To get rid of something, Sam, just click it and click the delete button.
Yeah, that one's a minute long. So we'll wait for that to drop in. But if I push play, it'll prepare a preview that'll show you the video with the audio. You guys can't hear the audio? I can't hear it either. Okay, so yeah, trust us. The music is there and it's awesome. It's also 1 full minute long. So as you can see, my video clip ran out and my music is continuing. So to avoid that, I'm gonna need to grab this little, let's see, I'm gonna have to grab this right here, and I'm just gonna drag this back so the end of the audio clip. That way, video and the audio end at the same time, okay? At any point, if I want to do a preview, I can drag this blue bar to the left or to the right. This is called the playhead, and it just allows you to preview the video at different time points. You'll also see some scissors here. If I were to click the scissors, it would clip the audio, or if I had the video active, I could click on the scissors there, and that simply splits the video into 2 separate tracks, and then I can move them around, or I can even delete them. That's useful if I have footage that I need to cut out. Also, if I make a mistake, like let's say when I made that little split there in that audio file, I may change my mind. I can simply type Control-Z or undo, and that will undo.
Where's the undo button, Brian?
The undo button is right up here in the upper right-hand corner. There's an undo, and then right next to it is a redo button. So those are,
perfect.
You don't have to use Control-Z and Control-Y if you don't want to. Okay, so I want to talk you through just a few of these other buttons. If you click on this folder that has the star, this is your media folder. This is where all the video clips are stored that you upload and use in WeVideo. You'll see some clips here that we've already used in the past. If I click on the green cloud, I can upload a video file from my device. So maybe I shot some video footage with a separate camera or with my cell phone or some other kind of video that I already had, and I want to bring it in and import it. No problem. Just click on this blue button and you can browse on your device. You can also drag videos over from your Google Drive, Facebook. There's our Instagram, Dropbox, and other kinds of platforms. So your students won't be able to use social media on their school Chromebooks, but they will be able to use Google Drive. So they may have some video resources, maybe something they've already recorded with Screencastify or some other program. They can upload that way. Or my favorite option, you can click on this red record button and you can use the integrated web camera that's in your device, or you can record the screen on your device. So if you wanted to make your own Khan Academy style video, maybe you're walking your students through a lesson, I know teachers who do this when they have subs. They'll record a quick tutorial on how to do the lesson for the day, and they won't turn on the camera. They'll turn on their screencast option and just narrate. They'll just be talking into the audio while they're displaying their work.
Or we could have done a cool voiceover of this king crab
by
simply only recording our audio.
Cool. The next button over is for titles. So a lot of videos are enhanced if you add some titles and some text. Some of these titles are a little bit simple, like this one. Others are a little more complex. Some of them are animated, and you can set them to music, and you can have a little bit of fun with that. They get very colorful. You can see there's a lot of different options here. This one's one of my favorite. It looks like kind of some fireworks. So, and if I want to edit these, I drag it down here, put it in one of your video tracks, like maybe video 2, and then I can highlight it and click on this small editing pencil. If I click on the edit pencil, then it'll let me change the text. And I can change that to like hello and welcome, Tuesday, and maybe down here I'll just put a smiley face. You can control the font size. You can also adjust the color palette up here. And then there are even some more advanced options. If you wanted to scale it, make it a little bit smaller, you can reposition it. And then when you're done editing, push play. Well, let me move my play head back to the beginning here for a sec. And if I push play, you can get a preview of your video with the animated titles. So you can see this is real easy to do. The students figure this out very quickly, and then they're off and running, making their videos. The next transition. Okay, next tab over is audio. Again, I know there was audio over here in the Essentials library, but there's some more sound effects and music over here in this tab. And then transitions, yes. So you may want to have a transition from one cut to another, and that's the simplest one. That's a crossfade. They have some very simple ones, cross blur. And then there are some, if you scroll down, that get more elaborate, depending on how crazy you want to get. That one's some puzzle pieces. Looks kind of like the Brady Bunch. You guys are old enough to remember that show. Okay, I am. And you can wipe down, wipe right. So again, you can pick any transition you want, and to make it happen, you just simply drag it down in between two different video tracks. I just realized I only have one video track. So let's add a dolphin to this. There we go. Okay, so now I have two video tracks. And if I want to add, let's say I want to add a cross blur in between them, I'm just clicking on cross blur and I'm going to drag it into that little space in between. See how this turns green? If it's up here, it's red. It has to be where it's green. The green is telling me that that's an acceptable place. Now I'm going to let up on my mouse button and it automatically puts the transition in place. There's a default timing. I believe it's 1 full second for a transition. You can adjust that timing, make it longer or shorter depending on how fast you want the transition to be. I'll wait for that. So that's how you do a transition. You can also have still graphics as part of your video. So this last tab just has some cute little animated nothings, just little things to make your video a little more interesting. You don't have to use them. You can also add still pictures that you've uploaded into your media library. And so I know some teachers use WeVideo not to make a full video, but just to make a slideshow. They'll drag 20 or 30 different photographs. Each photograph is displayed for 5 or 10 seconds. Put a music track or two in the background, and you just made yourself a nice slideshow with music. So there's a lot of other creative possibilities. When you're done with your video, you can click on this finish button. And again, I have to give my video a name. And I click on set. I have some choices about format and thumbnail. I can click 720 for HD. This is probably better if you're going to upload your video and stream it online. You can, if you have a YouTube account, you can automatically post your video to YouTube. You have to associate your YouTube account with WeVideo, which is easy to do. Or what your students are probably more likely to do is send it to their Google Drive. They can also click none of these options and simply click finish, and then you'll get a download link. But I like to at least share mine to Google Drive, and then I can attach it to an assignment or share it with my teacher that way. Students don't usually have YouTube accounts in our district. We don't let them log into YouTube, especially if they're under 13. But as a teacher, you do have access to a YouTube channel, and your ed tech specialist can show you how to set that up. It's real easy. It's actually already there. We all already have YouTube channels. They're just waiting to be turned on and activated. And then you can drag videos from WeVideo or anywhere else, really, and post them and share them with your students. You can even share them with the whole world. Speaking of sharing videos, I think we should probably mention, really importantly, whenever you have students or teachers using video, we want to make sure that we protect everyone's privacy. Don't shoot video of students that don't have parental permission. And we do have a list of students that each teacher is responsible for knowing which of your students are. You can also look that up in Infinite Campus in the Network Information tab. That's really important. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. And as you can see, when I click finish, it's just going to queue. The rendering process is sometimes takes a few minutes, sometimes takes half an hour, just depends on how long the video is and how busy their servers are. Mariana has a comment that she's going to share, and then we'll save some time for our prize giveaway.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my screen really quickly with you and show you that there's another view. On the left-hand corner, you have this three bar right here. These are your options. You can switch to Storyboard view. I'm going to go to the timeline view. That's the view that Brian was just in right now. But you can go to the Storyboard view. And in the Storyboard view, when you switch to that view, it's very basic. It warns you. You don't really want to go from a timeline view to a Storyboard view. You want to start in Storyboard view if that's the view you want to see. This is very simple. It's just click, drag, and drop. You can just add any videos in there that you'd like, any type of media. So if I wanted to drag this one in there, bam, it already has a title here for me. I can click on the left. I'm going super fast because I know we're running out of time. On the left right here, I have this little effects. I can add a theme just like that. And then I can just choose maybe an icy blast theme, use this theme. And then now I play my video, and really I just made it quickly with very basic.
So this would be better maybe for the lower elementary grades where students don't have a lot of that clicking and dragging skills ready yet. But I have worked with some teachers who are doing some incredible things with their students in WeVideo. In the K-6 Curriculum Benchmark Advanced, at the end of every unit, there are inquiry-based projects. I've seen teachers use WeVideo to have students share their creativity for these inquiry-based projects. For example, in 6th grade, I believe Unit 6, students have to conduct a radio interview with a scientist. And in that project, the students found some radio clips in WeVideo and used the audio recording to record their so-called radio interview. They also recorded themselves interviewing other students. I know another school, like Brian said, is using this for their video announcements. So
this right here is another way. You don't necessarily have to do videos. You can do like slideshows too. So you can put images in here and pictures and do slideshows to tell a story, and students can narrate with their voice over it as well. So we have a few more minutes left. So we are going to, do you have anything else to say?
Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask us that we can demo live for you right now before we go to our raffle? Any questions? Alrighty. You can also reach out to your ed tech if you have any other further questions. If Mariana, you want to stop sharing your screen real fast, and Brian, you want to pull up our ed tech slide.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Pause sharing.
So here is a link or shortened URL to our Calendlies if you would like to book an appointment with your ed tech to get this going in your classroom or to do a demo or answer any further questions you may have. Go ahead and type in that URL down at the bottom for your ed tech and book an appointment with us today. There are some helpful links on this slide as well to get started with your students or to go over some more stuff with you. We will also be posting the video from today's Tech Talk on our blog tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And Mariana, let's raffle off our 2 swag bags.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you right now, and we are going to raffle off our prizes. So we have 2 bags today of lots of goodies, and I believe I have everybody's name in here. Speak now, forever hold your peace. And I'm going to go ahead and
spin it.
There we go.
2 to give away.
Lawrence.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Woo!
Congratulations. Thank you. Yay.
Okay, here we go.
Last one. We will deliver it to your site.
Rocio, congratulations.
Awesome. Rocio, you're over at Westport. That's my site. So I will bring it over to Westport by Friday for you. Thanks for joining us today. We are 1 minute over, but we appreciate you participating. And we hope to see you at our next Tech Talk. Thanks for joining.
Bye. And thanks, Brian, for a great presentation on WeVideo.
Thank you, everybody. See you next month.
Bye.